Ladies and gentlemen, for the Prince and Princess of Wales Sportsman's Dinner, if at this point you can give me the very best of order, I'm going to welcome up here someone who's going to explain why this is such a special event. She is a clinical nurse specialist at the Prince and Princess of Wales Hospice. Can you please show your appreciation for Jane Miller?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 21st Sportsman's Dinner. It is so great to see so many of you in the room tonight, and I just can't thank you enough for your ongoing support for our hospice. Before we begin tonight's entertainment, can I just please take a few moments of your time just to remember why we're really here tonight. For me, this is an amazing year to be doing this. As a nurse in the hospice, look what we've already achieved. Look at that, this is our new building. This is Glasgow's hospice. What a wonderful achievement so far. So all I can say is thank you, Glasgow. As many of you in the room are aware, we are in the process of building this state-of-the-art hospice for the people of Glasgow. And our new hospice will care for children or young adults of the age of 16. Many of the young adult patients will transition to the hospice services from the Children's Hospice Association of Scotland, where the model of care is very different to that of our adult hospice. The hospice team wishes to make this transition as smooth as possible, because what we want is we want our existing hospice and our new hospice to be a safe haven for these young adults. I would like to introduce Paul. Paul is with us tonight, sitting at my table, and Paul is one of my patients, and Paul has kindly allowed me to share his story. Thank you, Paul. Paul is one of the young adults who's transitioned from the Children's Hospice into the adult services. And Paul, like many young men, enjoys playing football, enjoys watching football. Paul enjoys long drives in his van. But unlike most young men, Paul does this from the confines of his wheelchair. Paul was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a rare muscle-wasting disease, when he was only 8 years old. And Paul has been in his wheelchair since he was 18. Despite this, Paul is fiercely independent. He volunteers for the hospice. He recently helped us with a bucket collection at IKEA. He also helped us set up a steering group for young adults to allow us to shape the future of the hospice. Because Paul's passionate about getting it right. Paul's passionate that the care he and other young adults receive is age appropriate. For although Paul is fiercely independent in his nature and pushes himself to constantly be active, Paul is dependent on others for his care. 24 hours a day, Paul's personal care is taken by others. At the Prince and Princess of Wales Hospice, the patient and the family is at the absolute heart of everything we do. We care for the person, not the disease. And we know how important it is to get it right. We need to know what really matters. I'm going to make this personal in the room tonight. If you were a young adult with a life-limiting disease, what would you want from our hospice? If your son or daughter had a life-limiting disease, what would they want from our hospice? Earlier this week, I asked Paul that very question, and I'm going to quote Paul. What Paul wants from our hospice is to get the appropriate care and support. He wants to be treated with respect and treated like a normal person, not just an illness. Paul went on to say that the support he's already received from the Prince and Princess of Wales Hospice has shown that we've shown him has been amazing. And he can honestly urge you to all dig deep so that the Prince and Princess of Wales Hospice can help many more people for years to come. So Paul's helping me do my job tonight. Thank you, Paul. The Prince and Princess of Wales team want to change the way people live until they die, with that emphasis on living. We want to support our patients to live every moment to the full. In Glasgow, in addition to the 1,200 adult referrals that we take every year, there are 300 young people and their families just like Paul, and they need our support during their illness. The hospice team is working hard to ensure that the care we deliver now and in the new build is suitable for each and every one of them. I'm going to go back to Paul. I told you that Paul was fully dependent on others to carry out his care. He's not independently mobile. He needs equipment to safely move around. But unfortunately, at the moment in our hospice, we don't have the equipment that we need to offer Paul and other young adults the safe care they need and they deserve. So tonight's appeal is for a high-tech hoist to allow Paul and the other young adults to move safely around the hospice. These hoists cost £6,000 each. So tonight, I'm here to ask you, as Paul's nurse, to please help me, to help Paul, to give Paul the best possible quality of life that we can give him in our existing hospice and in our new hospice. So can I ask any one of you that can afford it to please stand up and pledge £100 towards this hospice hoist. It'll come with us to our new building. It'll change the way we care for these young adults. It'll make it safe, appropriate care for everyone that comes into our hospice. So please, Glasgow, you've not let us down before. Don't let me down tonight. Please stand up, pledge £100. Where are the champions of these tables? I know I'm standing here, but where are the rest of you? Come on, champions. Get up there. Come on, give me £100. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.